A life cut short, honored today by thousands who arrive in fire trucks and many more strangers who become family standing along Lexington streets. Team coverage of a hero's farewell next. A bus crashes into a logging truck in eastern Kentucky, sending more than 40 people to the hospital. The former county clerk accused of brutally murdering a former employee and trying to hide the crime is back in court today. And strange details are made public in the case of a man accused of killing his mother, father, and uncle.
Now, from WLEX, with coverage you can count on, this is LEX 18 News at 6.
Serving the Lexington Fire Department from November 3rd, 1992 to February the 13th, 2004. May you rest in peace.
A last call for a fallen firefighter killed in the line of duty. We remember Lieutenant Brenda Cowan in tonight's LEX 18 Big Story at 6. Good evening, I'm Nancy Cox. Kevin Christopher has the evening off. We'll have more on the big story in just a moment, but first, a breaking story involving a standoff with police here in Lexington. It's happening on Winterberry Drive on the southwest side of town. LEX 18's Angelica St is live at the scene with the latest on the story. Angelica.
Well, Nancy, Lexington police have been here at a home on Winterberry Drive for 3 hours tonight in a standoff with a man who claims to have a gun and has threatened suicide. Now, right now, we aren't hearing any reports of any sort of gunshots or injuries, though there was a call here for stab wounds. We're not sure if that's associated with the man inside the home, but police have barricaded this area. We have some video to show you from earlier where police have set up a staging area. They've blocked off Juniper and Winterberry Drive tonight, and they've also brought in the armored vehicle and the mobile command unit. That's near Oleander. They are negotiating with the man inside, but again, police aren't telling us anything about how this situation has played itself out so far or where it's going. But we will continue to stay here and bring you live coverage as the situation warrants. Covering the news live in Lexington from the LEX 18 mobile newsroom, I'm Angelica St. Back to you, Nancy.
Angelica, thank you. Now back to the big story. Bagpipes, fire trucks, a 21-gun salute, and a final call. A fitting farewell as family, friends, and strangers bow their heads in memory of Lieutenant Brenda Cowan. The Lexington firefighter was killed Friday. She was shot responding to the shooting of another woman. Words cannot express the sorrow felt today, so we'll let the pictures and the sound tell the story.
All stations and units, this is the last call for Lieutenant Brenda Cowan, badge number 324, serving the Lexington Fire Department from November 3rd, 1992 to February the 13th, 2004. May you rest in peace.
There were plenty of tears today as thousands came to honor and remember the life of Brenda Cowan, a fitting tribute to a firefighter killed in the line of duty. LEX 18's Heather Higdon joins us now live here in Lexington to continue tonight's big story coverage. Heather.
Good evening, Nancy. Every single day they put their lives on the line to protect ours, and this morning hundreds of firefighters gathered right here in this church parking lot for Lieutenant Cowan's final ride. That continues tonight's LEX 18 Big Story at 6. Lights flashing, dozens of engines silently respond to a call to service. A tragedy big enough to bring hundreds from New York City.
I've lived it myself, and it doesn't go away.
Virginia.
This is what they call the Sea of Blue, and it's a brotherhood, and we came to show our respects.
Firefighters from across the country, hundreds more from across the state, embracing Lexington in a time of need. Lieutenant Brenda Cowan taken suddenly.
We're just trying to show our support for our brothers and sisters in Lexington. and show that it also affects us when they have a loss like this.
While one family grieves,
Thank you very much.
another follows protocol, fulfilling duty for one who 12 years ago broke barriers.
In the past, it was hard for African American or minority periods to get into the fire service.
Working her way up just last week to lieutenant.
I have nothing but respect for anyone that's a firefighter, especially an officer.
An officer who this afternoon is the one in need. Her brothers present to answer the call.
We understand what each one goes through, and when you suffer a tragic loss as a family member, the biggest support you can give is by coming out.
And that was Heather Higdon reporting. As you can imagine, it has been a very, very emotional day here in Lexington. Thousands coming out to honor Lieutenant Cowan.
As fire trucks from practically everywhere roll down the street, hundreds of people from almost everywhere line the sidewalks to honor Lieutenant Cowan.
I'm here to support the firefighters and the police officer and out of respect.
As Lieutenant Cowan's casket passed by, memories of another fallen firefighter came to mind. Lexington Firefighter Chuck Williams Jr., who died 7 years ago this week.
I still have the red ribbon that I had the day from that. It's up on my wall. And whenever some public servant like this gets taken down by some means or another, it affects me.
Nobody thought firefighters had a job other than fighting the fire, and to get shot, that's just, you don't think about that ever happening, but they're in danger every time they go out.
Lieutenant Cowan's boots, coat, and helmet, now a reminder of just how dangerous the job can be.
And of course, most people we saw had on a red ribbon like the one that I'm wearing, their way of showing the fire department that Lieutenant Cowan's death is really everyone's loss. We're covering the news live in Lexington from the LEX-18 mobile newsroom. Back to you in the studio.
Leigh Searcy and Heather Higdon, thank you. Brenda Cowan's closest friends and family joined with more than 2,000 people who crowded into her funeral at Consolidated Baptist Church. The mourners included Cowan's brother, former UK basketball player Fred Cowan. Lexington Police Chief Anthony Beatty and Mayor Teresa Isaac also attended the service. Friends say Cowan was so humble she would have been embarrassed by this huge remembrance.
I know that she loved her job. It's really tragic that she died the way she did, but I know that she died doing something that she has always done all her life, and that was helping someone.
Cowan will be buried tomorrow in her hometown of Sturgis. That's in western Kentucky in Union County. Now another big story happening today in eastern Kentucky. Some children had a terrifying start to the school day after their bus collided with a logging truck. 44 people were sent to the hospital, 41 of those students. It happened this morning in Breathitt County at the intersection of Kentucky Highways 476 and 15. Police say it was so foggy this morning, the bus driver, 74-year-old Dolly Noble, didn't see the log truck coming. Police say thankfully the log truck swerved to miss the bus and only knocked off the bus's front end. None of the injuries are life-threatening, but the bus driver did have to be flown to UK.
Well, it sounded like screeching because of all the other people screaming. I saw one boy with the blood down to his nose, to his mouth.
The driver, Dolly Noble, is in serious condition at the UK hospital. One student was also flown to UK because of numbness in his leg, but he is expected to be okay. The truck driver is doing fine. Those injured students obviously led to worried parents. As word of the bus crash in Breathitt County moved through the community, folks headed to the hospital to check on their children. LEX-18's John McGary has more.
Jeanette Sizemore was on her way to her job at the Kentucky River Medical Center. She would soon have more urgent reasons to get there.
And they had traffic backed up, and my sister was in front of me, and she drove on up, and she ran back and told me that it was Dolly's bus. She was the bus driver. And then I ran down there, and by the time I got there, they had already brought Ashley to the hospital in an ambulance, and they took them by bus.
Her 3 children were on the school bus. 7-year-old Joey was unhurt. His 13-year-old brother Greg suffered whiplash. 7-year-old Ashley was in worse shape.
They think she's got a broken collarbone, and they're going to do some more tests on her stomach. She's having real bad abdominal pain, and she's got some facial bruising, and she lost a tooth. One of her teeth got knocked out.
Jeanette Sizemore sees sick and injured people 5 days a week, but it's different when the wounded is your own 7-year-old daughter.
What did she say to you when you walked in to see her?
I hurt Mommy.
Covering the news in Breathitt County, John McGary, LEX 18 News.
And Ms. Sizemore says her daughter will likely need dental work after she gets out of the hospital.
Now, Chief Meteorologist Bill Meck and LEX 18 Max Track Doppler.
And it's been a pretty quiet day out there. Good deal of sunshine. We had a few clouds wander through after a cold start. It's been a milder finish. Here's the Max Track Live Doppler as we look at 610. And we've got the usual ground clutter showing up over Scott County. Other than that, life is pretty good. How warm is it right now at your house? Well, if you live in one of the main reporting station cities, for instance, London, it's 47, 50 in Somerset, 48 Frankfurt, 45 Jackson. Right now in Lexington, we sit at 47 degrees. You can hear the LEX 18 Storm Tracker forecast on the Bull. And there are some hints of spring coming up. We've got a day that starts with a 6. Haven't seen that since the beginning of January. Okay, that's 60 degrees, in case you were wondering.
Hey, we're happy to hear that.
I'm glad.
All right, Bill, thank you. More dramatic testimony from the trial of a former county clerk accused of murder. Details from the Jerry Wayne Dean trial next. And police say he left a note and toys beside their bodies. The latest on a teenager charged with killing his father, mother, and uncle when LEX 18 News returns.
Hey, sir, we need another turkey ranch and bacon.
People can't get enough of Arby's Market Fresh Turkey Ranch and Bacon.
Here you go.
Hey, go ahead. You try wrapping these things with one lousy thumb. One lousy thumb.
This could be the best tasting sandwich ever. Get all the goodness of oven roasted turkey, plus thick cut pepper bacon and creamy ranch, all on bakery soft honey wheat bread. If you haven't tried Arby's Market Fresh Turkey Ranch and Bacon, you don't know what you're missing. What are you eating today?
Time is running out. It's Elder Bierman's Moonlight Madness sale, Friday and Saturday only. Shop like mad, save like crazy. 8 a.m. till midnight Friday and 9 a.m. till 11 p.m. Saturday, with early bird specials both days till noon, plus mad buys throughout the day. Shop like mad, save like crazy on everything you need for you, your family, and your home. Don't miss the Moonlight Madness sale, starting Friday 8 a.m. at Elder Bierman. Smart looks, smart prices.
Dear Dad, when I turned 7, you gave me a puppy. You said it was to teach me responsibility. But I know now it was your way of showing you cared. You said you'd never forget the look on my face. Well, I want you to know, I'll never forget hugging that puppy.
Just as a father wants the best for his children, Dad's wants the best for your pets. Dad's Dog Foods, because Dad's knows best.
Accepting the trophy for Car and Driver's 2004 Best Luxury SUV.
Offer.
St. Joseph Healthcare is a top 50 heart hospital with opportunities for RNs in our CTVU.
Healthcare is your mission, not just your job. We need you.
LEX 18 Max Track Doppler in partnership with Kentucky Utilities.
He was considered armed and dangerous. Now, after nearly 2 weeks on the run, an escaped prisoner is back behind bars tonight. The U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force caught 25-year-old Billy Coleman around 2 o'clock here in Lexington. Coleman was serving time for assault, robbery, and burglary charges out of Jessamine County. He and another inmate walked away from work detail from Blackburn Correctional Complex earlier this month. Coleman will likely face other charges. New and disturbing details about a teenager charged with intentionally shooting 3 family members. The Illinois teen was caught here in Kentucky in Christian County while driving his mother's car. Police say 18-year-old Stephen Tomporowski shot and killed his mother, father, and uncle. A criminal complaint shows that police found the victims covered with blankets with toys set on or near them and notes left asking that the bodies be cremated. Tomporowski has agreed to be sent back to Illinois. He pleaded guilty to fleeing and evading here in Kentucky, but says he was under the influence of LSD at the time of his plea. Still, The teen told the court the plea was voluntary. It's the third day of trial for former Jackson County Clerk Jerry Wayne Dean, accused of murdering a former employee. Today, a jury heard from a state police detective who says Dean's son, David, told them that on the night of Audrey Markham's death, Jerry Dean left his son's home saying he had to take care of a problem. Audio and videotapes of David Dean's interviews were also played for the jury. Experts testified that boots taken in as evidence had the letters JD in faded writing on them, as well as blood spots they say were a match to Jerry Dean.
Profile from that presumptive blood matches Jerry Dean. The estimated frequency of this profile is 1 person in 1 quadrillion based on the United States.
Not long before her murder, Audrey Markham had filed a $30 million sexual harassment lawsuit against Jerry Dean. Well, it appears we have more warm days ahead. Chief Meteorologist Bill Meck has your LEX 18 storm tracker forecast right after you watch this.
Almost every minute of every day, nearly everywhere you go, someone is watching your every move and catching it all on tape.
We're watching more people than you can believe.
Do more surveillance cameras mean less crime?
It's the best money I ever spent.
LEX 18 introduces you to a convicted criminal and the surveillance tape that helped put him behind bars.
I'm Heather Higdon. I'll take you inside the hidden world of surveillance.
Watch LEX 18 News, Thursday at 6 and 11. Coverage you can count on.
When the world's just waking up, I'm already out on the road. There's the Beckers. Our kids play ball together. That's the new industrial park we just built lines into. If you work for a local electric co-op, you're part of the community, just like everybody else. You make every customer feel like they own the business you work for. Because in an electric co-op, they do.
Shine as one.
I'm loving it, don't you think it's kind of funny? I can't cook, but yet I'm never hungry. I'm loving it. My system's so hitting, you can hear it in Timbuktu, the US and Britain. I'm loving it.
Gotta feed the crew, but no time to stew? Check out McDonald's 20-piece Chicken McNuggets with white meat, just $4 after 4 p.m. Just right for your crazy schedule.
I'm loving it.
A strong work ethic and honest deals at a fair price are cornerstones of Kentucky Farm Bureau. Rural ideals that are still alive today and have made us the largest property and casualty insurer in the state. For people in large cities, suburbs, small towns, and of course, back on the farm. Kentucky Farm Bureau. Big on commitment.
WLEX-RDS, it's true. They're the best, stand the test. Outclasses all the rest. LEX brings the best to you.
Now get 1.9 financing for 60 months on any new Camry, Corolla, or Highlander. That's a great deal on 3 great cars at your Toyota dealer now.
You're watching LEX 18 for Lexington and the Bluegrass. Now, LEX 18 Storm Tracker weather with Max Track Doppler, the most powerful live Doppler in Kentucky.
350,000 watts of storm tracking power, but not many storms to track probably until Friday night the way things are shaping up. Get a quick look at it here as we look at 618. And again, it's pretty quiet out there. We got our usual ground clutter showing up over Scott County. I'll tell you though, temperatures were milder today. I mean, by no means warm, but if you're standing in the sun, it didn't feel too bad. We topped out at 47 this afternoon. 44 the current mark with a southwest wind. Around the rest of the board, middle to upper 40s. Louisville's at 49, Somerset, London each at 46. And overnight tonight, you saw that low temperature in Lexington this morning. It was 20. Okay, we'll be a whole lot milder than that as we start off your Thursday. We'll be right around 30 to begin the day. And by tomorrow afternoon, we get rid of the 40s and bring some 50s into play with 60s not all that far away. And they should make at least a brief appearance on Friday, but chillier temperatures are beginning to set up to our north and west, and they are on the way for your weekend. But until that happens, The high pressure that's in control tonight down here over Tennessee, a little warm front passing by to our north. It's going to bring a couple of clouds with it. But for the most part tonight, we stay pretty quiet. The high migrates off to the southeast. Winds turn more out of the southwest during the day. That helps to bump the temperature up. Second warm front comes at us late tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow night. It'll bring some clouds with it. What we do then is wait for this storm to get here Friday night and into Saturday. When the cold front gets here, you notice the clouds beginning to increase ahead of the front, and by the time it does get here Friday night, do expect to see a pretty good coverage of rain and maybe even a clap of thunder. Now the storm is going to tap at least a minor push of cool air on Saturday, and with that in mind, we could see a few snowflakes as it comes to an end. No flakes today at James Lane Allen. These are all good kids, the fourth graders, and this is in Lexington and at Stonewall Elementary School over off of Clays Mill Road. You're looking at the fifth graders there. Fifth grade's a lot of fun because those kids are starting to get smart, and so we can talk a lot more science at that point. And not to mention, the fourth graders are pretty smart too. Anyway, clear to partly cloudy tonight and chilly. We're going to bottom out around 30. Your day tomorrow, partly sunny, breezy, and warmer. 54 tomorrow afternoon, and that will feel nice, but not nearly as nice as Friday. When we hit 61 on a windy day, that chance of rain is really getting into the latter part of Friday and especially Friday night. Saturday, some showers around, which could end as a little bit of snow. Temperatures falling from the upper 40s early in the day, and on Sunday, we're back to being seasonably chilly.
Little bit of snow.
Oh, don't worry about it. Don't sweat it.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Bill. Coming up, the Cats get ready for Arkansas tonight. Plus, a former Cat talks about being an NBA All-Star. We'll visit with Jamal McGlure next on LEX 18 Sports.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah.
Play Scratch-Offs from the Kentucky Lottery and put a little play in your day. Dramatic. Hypnotic. Climactic. The clock is ticking. Don't miss the new season of The Sopranos, only on HBO. Order HBO now from Adelphia, and you'll also get gigantic Hollywood hits. Plus, with Adelphia Digital Cable, you'll get multiple channels of HBO. HBO from Adelphia Digital Cable. The time to order is now.
Call and get multiple channels of HBO and digital cable for $39.90 a month for 5 months.
Hi there.
Announcing the Lincoln Mercury Think Big sales event with just announced savings on every Lincoln and Mercury, including Navigator, the midsize Aviator, and the award-winning Mountaineer. Right now, save big with 0% APR financing or up to $37.50 cash back on select Lincoln and Mercury SUVs during the Think Big sales event. See your Lincoln Mercury dealer today.
Analysis, instinct, and a career that's all your own. Success like this doesn't just happen, it's earned. At Sullivan University, we can help you get to where you want to be with a solid educational foundation you'll need first. With an Associate of Science degree in Business Administration or Accounting, you're prepared for a professional career that meets the challenges of today's economy. Call Sullivan University at 859-276-4357. Knowledge, commitment, and a career that's all your own. Success like this doesn't just happen, it's earned. At Sullivan University, we can help you get to where you want to be with a solid educational foundation you'll need first. As a paralegal with an Associate of Science degree, you're prepared for an exciting career working alongside lawyers and others in the legal profession. Call Sullivan University at 859-276-4357. Call today.
It's time to wipe the glass because it's rebound time for the Kentucky Wildcats as they host Arkansas tonight down at Rupp Arena. Of course, the Cats are coming off this 74-68 loss to Georgia over the weekend, giving Georgia a sweep over the Cats this season. One of the few highlights for UK against Georgia was the play of sophomore walk-on Robbie Moss, who came off the bench and hit 3 big three-pointers for a career-high 9 points.
I don't know. I'm like a magnet, I guess. Ball magnet. I don't know. I move a lot. I'm pretty much just running around out there all the time trying to get the ball. So, I don't know. I just heard when you go hard, a lot of good things happen, and that's what I've been doing.
Well, last weekend wasn't good for current Wildcats, but for one former Cat, it was the best of his career. Mary Jo Perino has more with first-time NBA All-Star Jamal McGlure.
After 4 years of banging bodies and proving himself in the pros, Jamal McGlure finally got that big-time recognition as an All-Star.
It was great. I had an experience of a lifetime being out there with the greatest basketball players in the globe.
But he wasn't just a reserve. He led the East in scoring, and if they had won, McGlure may have even been the MVP. He's come a long way, but one thing that's always been with Jamal is his toughness. Tubby hasn't forgotten that, even saying earlier this year that the Cats wouldn't be getting pushed around if he were playing.
Jamal McGlure?
Wouldn't try.
They wouldn't attempt it.
They wouldn't try.
They wouldn't try.
That's a compliment. I think in college I was a little misunderstood as far as the way I played. I was very physical and pushed a lot, but you can see why. It's a serious game and it's meant to be physical, and you got to have that attitude that you do whatever it takes to win.
Jamal says he's been able to watch most of the Kentucky games this year, which is pretty incredible considering that he's in the middle of an NBA season, probably the best of his career, a career he says Tubby had a big impact on.
He has a lot to do with what's happened with me in my career now. He gave me a chance.
Jamal says Tubby and Rick Pitino have both made him what he is today and what he still plans to be. A star still rising. Covering an all-star former Cat, Mary Jo Perino, LEX 18 Sports.
The UK football team is going to turn back the clock this season. For UK's homecoming game against Ohio on October 2nd, the Cats are going to wear these throwback helmets and throwback jerseys. The UK cheerleaders will also be wearing throwback uniforms, and a marketing plan will be out there. You can get these helmets, jerseys, everything.
You're going to wear that
soon.
green leisure suit, right?
Wearing it tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Waiting for the game.
Final check of your forecast after this.
Great furniture turns a living room into a theater. A bedroom into a library, and makes any room feel like home. At Haverty's Greatest Furniture Sale, you'll find great furniture styles to make your home the way you've always wanted it to be. Plus no payments and no interest until July 2005. Haverty's makes it home.
It's the Subaru All-Wheel Drive Away. Time to get your all-wheel drive Subaru Outback and head for the hills for as little as $235 a month. Or fly through curves with up to $1,500 cash back. Or get style and comfort with 1.9% financing for 63 months. Get to the Subaru All-Wheel Drive Away by March 1st and get your Subaru Outback just the way you want it. Get the deal of your choice on the Outback of your choice at the Subaru All-Wheel Drive Away.
Holiday Homes has recently acquired hundreds of new and pre-owned foreclosed homes, many homes with land and improvements included. Every home has undergone Holiday Homes' thorough inspection and certification process. Every home comes with a full 1-year warranty. Every home qualifies for low down payment, low interest rate financing. This is your chance to save up to $20,000 off the original selling price on a 3 or 4 bedroom home. For the huge home buyout sale and guaranteed lowest prices, visit a Holiday Home Sales Center today.
Get your Storm Tracker forecast every hour on Central Kentucky's #1 country radio station, 98.1 The Bull.
At Subway, we strive for greatness. Behold, fresh, crisp vegetables, meat sliced to perfection, creamy, delicious cheeses, and fresh-baked bread. So flawless, so superb, it's almost too beautiful to eat. But who are we kidding? It's delicious.
Looking for a quick and easy dinner idea? Then stop by your nearby Subway after 5 and buy 2 regular footlongs for just $7.99. Great value, great selection for just $7.99 after 5 for a limited time only at your local Subway restaurant.
The 2004 family of GMC Envoys is engineered with all the horsepower, all the cargo and passenger space, and all the adaptability your family will ever need. GMC announces no checkbook required. Qualified customers lease a new Envoy 2-wheel drive SLE for around $339 a month with zero due-it signing. Tax, title, license, and dealer fees extra. Call for details. See the pros at your local GMC dealers.
Here's what's coming up tonight, beginning at 8 p.m. on LEX 18, followed by LEX 18 News at 11.
You know, it's kind of baseball season. We have baseball sunshine today.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the universe did come back into balance because pitchers and catchers reported to Mesa for the Cubs today.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
UK played today?
UK played today. Highlights tonight at 11. See how they did, right?
Batcats out there. It'll be warmer if they're playing again tomorrow.
I don't know.
Okay. Good enough. Let's go ahead and show you where you can find out. You may be able to find out whether the Batcats are playing by going to LEX18.com. You have the weather on there. You can find the MaxTrack Doppler, also the weather line, 253-44-44.
Hey, there's a basketball game first that we're focused on for now.
Gerald Fitch will play, probably won't start. Cats got to get back after that. What happened Saturday?
I feel sorry for the Hogs. They're going to take it out on them.
Breakout game.
Good night, everyone.
Have a news tip? Call the LEX18 News tip line, 381-1801, or dial pound 1818 on your AT&T wireless phone.